Hello viewers, you're once more welcome to your favorite show, chancier'shaven. We bring you wonderful episodes concerning our family on this platform. We know the family is the foundation of the society. How is your family doing? How are your siblings? How are your parents? How are your children or those you're taking care of? The family is the foundation of the society. Let's be intentional about the families we keep. Let's be intentional about the people we call family. Do your part of the work, even if they are not doing theirs. One day, they will appreciate that which you're doing. Today on chancier'shaven, I have a very interesting topic. One day, I met a lady and I was intrigued by the number of children she had. At that time, she had about 5 children, and I asked her that in this her time and day, how many children do you want to have? Because she didn't look like she had stopped having children. And she told me that she would have loved to have just like 4 kids, but her husband wants more. So while we were talking, the husband was around and I asked him, how many children would you want to have? The husband said he would like to have 9 kids. I said, what? Why would you want to have up to 9 children in this time and day? And given that the economy is not funny, he said he grew up in a big compound. In Cameroon, a big compound means a house where your father may have more than one wife, and people have many children, and that we call that a big compound. He grew up in a big compound and he enjoyed what they shared as a big family. So he wants to have a big family. Given that he has just one wife, this one wife should give him 9 children. How many children do you have? And how many children would you want to have? The number of children we want to have depends on both the mother and the father. Sometimes it depends on society. Sometimes it depends on the family we come from. There are so many reasons why people want to have the number of children they do. I made some research about that because I just like asking and finding out how many children they want to have. I met this lady once and she told me that she would have loved to have 6 kids, but she had a lot of miscarriages, so she ended up having just 3. How many children would you want to have? Why do you have the number of children you have? I met this other lady. There are 4 of them to their mother, and she said she would like to have 2 children. And I asked her, why would you want to have 2 children? She doesn't have a reason for that. Some other people want to have 10. Some want to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. How many kids? Some don't even want to have children. I got different reasons why people want to have children. Some people say these children serve as workforce to them. I remember in those days, back in the days, our grandparents used to tell us that having many children meant workforce in the village. Also to enlarge your territory or your coast. So the more children you have, the more respect you had in the society back then. That's why they gave birth to the 10 children, 11, 12, 13 children, and they were very fine by it. That was their time. Nowadays, I also met some few parents and I asked them, why do you have the number of children you have, or why would you want to have? I met one, she said she wanted to have just like 3 kids, but she kept giving birth because she was looking for a child of the opposite sex because she had just one sex. Like maybe she had just boys and she was looking for a girl. That's why she gave birth to the number of children that she gave birth to. Another one said that things are very difficult, things are tight now on them, and they cannot give birth to the number of children they would have loved to have, that they would have loved to just have these children run around them, many children around. So because of that, they have just about 3 children. Another one said, I would like to give my children the best that I can give. And that best will mean I don't have so many of them, so that when they grow up, no sibling will depend on the other for livelihood. No sibling will depend on the other for school fees. So they give birth to the number of children that will be able to pay their fees right till university level or when they can secure a decent job. Different people have reasons why they have the number of children they do. Why do you have the number of children you have? Some told me that I was done giving birth to children. Then this one just showed up. So there are some children that came because the birth control methods didn't really work out. Some other people say our religion will not really comply to birth control methods. So you just give birth as God gives you the children. So they keep giving birth and keep giving birth and keep giving birth. Others say, I have given birth to these children or I have problems with my husband. So I don't want to give birth to any more child because I don't know how I'm going to take care of these children as a single parent. People have different reasons why they give birth to the number of children they do. The big question today on Chancier'shaven is, why did you have this number of children you had? Or why do you plan on having those children? What is the purpose or the essence of giving birth to children? Why do we give birth to children? Children are a gift from God. And when He gives these children to us, it means He has so much trust in us that we will take good care of these children. Many of us, or many people, many parents today, they look back at their lives and they see some mistakes, some loopholes in their growing up, and they want to correct it in the lives of their children. If you went through your life and you didn't have a good lifestyle, you were not sure of your meals that you eat, the meals you have, you were not sure of education, maybe they drove you almost all the time for school fees, you were not sure of even the clothes you put on. Maybe the only time you had something new to wear was on a Christmas day, or maybe when someone or somebody, some neighbor gave you something that like hand me down. And you give birth to so many children now when you know your pocket is not even up to. Why would you bring those children into the world when you will not take good care of them, proper care of them? We find children littered everywhere. We find children at very young age, like age of 5, age of 4, hawking, selling things along the road. Please, parents, please, guardians, give birth to the number of children you will be able to comfortably take care of. It's true that it's God who gives. If it was a mistake, maybe you're doing your birth control and it happens that boom, this child comes. It's not your fault. Give birth to that child. It's okay. But love this child. Let every child know that they are loved. Some people give birth to children they didn't really want to give birth to, and because of that, they just maltreat these children. They transfer their aggression to these children. Others give birth to children, and when they look back and find out that I am bound to this man because of this child, they just tend to treat this child in a funny way. There was a certain woman when I was at the university in a neighborhood. This woman would always shout at her son. I heard it. The woman would tell the son, "You're the one who put me into this trouble. If not of your coming, I wouldn't have married to this madman." Hear what a mother will be telling her own child. If the child has come, it may be out of pleasure, it may be out of pain, or out of whatever that you had that child. Whichever means that child is already here. Giving your all to raise your child properly. Giving your everything to bring up this child in a way that tomorrow the child will be grateful that for with the little you had and the little you knew, you gave in your all to raise me. If you did not do that, even when this child is old now or big, put in your time to bring this child up. Dear viewers, dear parents and dear guardians, don't give birth to children you will not be able to take care of. And don't shut your ears to birth control methods. Even if you think that you don't like it, try to think of the other option. If I don't do birth control, I may have 10 children. Will I be able to raise 10 children? Which one is the greater evil if you think both are evil to you or the other one is evil? Sometimes we make some decisions because we want the things to go on the way it's supposed to go and not the way we want it to go because it's the right thing to do and not what we like. Thank you so much for watching this episode. How many children would you want to have when you grow up if you don't have children yet? And if you're still giving birth, how many children would you want to have finally? Please do not add any if you can't take good care of those kids. And please do not transfer any aggression on any child. They didn't ask to come. They came because of parents. So please, let us help these children grow in a decent environment with a decent mindset. Some of them are going through real trauma because of what our parents are putting them through. Thank you so much for watching Chance's Haven. Remember to always leave it better than you met it. See you some other time on Chance's Haven. Bye bye.